With AAC play winding to an end, Bluefield welcomes the Montreat Cavaliers with their eyes on a sweep this season. It's Bluefield and Montreat here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel and Israel Penn. We're glad to have you with us as we set up this big AAC game here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And as far as Bluefield goes, Israel, the Rams are coming off of a tough game against Tennessee Wesleyan, now trying to come back and look to beat Montreat for the second time this year.
Yes, Bailey. The loss was really simple. It was 60-63, so that's not really bad coming off away game. Hope today they'll do better and get this W.
Yeah, for the Rams coming into this game, 12-14, but 11-11 inside of the AAC. As for Montreat, 11-14, so also behind the record of 510-12 in the AAC. Really, everybody in the AAC right now is now at neck and neck. But as for Montreat College, a team that played Bluefield back right at the beginning of 2019 down in North Carolina. Bluefield beat them in North Carolina 65-54. But as for the Cavaliers, what can we expect out of them today?
Expecting out of them today will be watching for number 15, Ariana Williams, and number 22, Jayla Daniels. They're their leading scorers for this Montreat team.
Jayla Daniels, the senior forward from Charlotte, North Carolina, and then Ariana Williams, the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. So Ariana Williams will start out in the middle, facing off against Emily Hart for the tip. Rams show up with Struther, as well as Sierra Cook, Crockett, and in the backcourt goes Turman. Ball is in the air, and the tip-off goes the way of Sierra Cook. So we're seeing this like the last time we saw Bluefield play here at home, where Courtney Kendrick and Danae Cox, the two primary scorers for Bluefield, will start out on the bench. Now, Sierra Cook did not start in that game against Reinhardt last week, but then got onto the floor and made a big difference. Here comes Emily Hart, not really a low post player. She tries to kick it out at the top of the key. Corey Mullins chanting on with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Cook pulls up. It's good as the shot clock was rolling down.
There's the start right there.
Rams using up most of that shot clock to get that basket to fall as Williams bounces into the post. Almost lost the ball and picked it right back up. That's Jayla Daniels who passes, and then it goes out of bounds. Bluefield getting it right back. She was trying to find Taylor Cullen. Well, Montreat in those navy blue jerseys with a gray trim. Already a substitute coming in, Jessica Leak. Jessica Leak, the freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. Now checking in, Bluefield running with Sierra Cook as the point. Struther, a freshman, has gotten a lot of playing time this year. Now out to the veteran, Emily Hart. Good feed to Haley Turman off the glass and in. Already a minute elapsed in the first quarter, and the Rams have found their 2 buckets early to fall. A drive coming up from Sienna Hicks. Offensive foul.
Oh, the energy's there today.
Jayla Daniels bullying her way in, and the Rams able to draw the offensive foul. So after the foul, here comes Bluefield trying to get out of this full court press. Emily Hart will run the point and then dish it over to Sierra Cook. Finally across the timeline, 8:38 left to go in the first quarter. Crockett, a perennial starter for Bluefield the entire time this year as Emily Hart backs her way in. Crockett, top of the key, Cook for 3. Yes! She's got 5 points already, and the Rams lead 7-0. Good ball movement for Bluefield as Ariana Williams backs it up into the right wing. Rams are 3 of 3 from the field to start. Bullying again, a walk. Jayla Daniels having a tough time against Crockett in the low post, and the Rams have forced another turnover. That's the 3rd turnover already for Montreat, and Tim Lewis, the head coach of the Cavaliers, cannot be happy about that. Cook off a Turman screen. No pick and roll, kick out instead. Crockett's open. On a head fake, lane's opened up, count the layup. Rams are on fire, timeout Tim Lewis. Bluefield's up 9-0 to start out here in the first quarter. Back into the ball game. Bluefield leads 9-0 in Israel. Bluefield has looked red hot so far. 4 of 4 from the field to start out.
They seem calm today. It seems like they have more positive energy and they're ready to play.
Another turnover for Montreat. You're right, positive energy has been a difference for Bluefield so far in this one. Especially, you're going to be really positive when everything you do ends up working. They forced four turnovers, and they started out on a 9-0 run. As Danae Cox checks into the game for the first time, the senior and the leading scorer for Bluefield. Ayanna Struther, the freshman, jogs off. Crockett over to Cook. Lob to Turman. 5 on the shot clock. Cook has to make a move. First miss of the day for Bluefield, but an offensive rebound by Emily Hart. Hart's pass almost telegraphed there and almost stolen away by Katie Dillon.
Right, slow down, slow down.
6:40 left to go, and that's what the Rams do. Another entry lob, a dangerous one. Volleyballed in the air by Sienna Hicks, and the Rams will have an inbounds pass with about 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 6:35 game clock. Buzzer sounds, and Asia Monday checks in. Taylor Cullen will go to the bench. Cook swatted back into the hands of Sierra Cook. Great play by Asia Monday. She hit it, and then it went right back into the Bluefield guard's hands. Back with it now. Here comes Montreat, still looking for their first basket. Almost 4 minutes elapsed in the first quarter. Bounce up top. Monday kicks top of the key. That's for Kai Ferguson. 10 on the shot clock. Bluefield's defense has been staunch in the first quarter. 5 seconds now. Ferguson spins off the glass and in. There's the first basket of the day for Montreat. 6 minutes left to go. Well, Sierra Cook already has 5. Danae Cox has yet to shoot in this one. Good pass. Turman can't connect. Rims in and out. Another offensive board for Emily Hart. Cook. Here comes Hart. Cook into the lane and draws a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Rams looking for their 13th win of the year, trying to get over 500 in the AAC. Montreat at 11-14, 10-12. Bluefield has had a rough go of it in their last 4 games. They've lost 3 of the last 4. Got to remember last week, 2 games on the road. They dropped a decent one to Union and then lost to Allen down in South Carolina. And beat Reinhardt pretty handily last Saturday by 16, 67-51. And Cook hits the second, makes it 10-2. Dogging the ball up the floor. Here's Leak. Check that, Meg Roney. Roney swings out. Well, Montreat has only hit 1 shot. Ferguson calls for the ball. Spinning on Kendrick. And a foul called on Kendrick. Well, Ferguson has the only basket of the day for Montreat so far with 5:06 left in the first quarter. Rams started out on a 9-0 run. So here's Ferguson, the freshman from Wake Forest, North Carolina. And the left-handed shooter can't get it to fall. Well, Bluefield has looked strong defensively. And Ferguson has the first 3 points for Montreat. Courtney Kendrick and Danae Cox both into the game, the 2 leading scorers for Bluefield. Similar to what we saw last week against Reinhardt when Corey Mullins brought in the 2 seniors about midway to go in the first quarter. Crockett pulls up. Another one off the mark, and this time Emily Hart couldn't get the rebound. Instead, it's snatched away by Williams. 3 on the way. Way too hard. Ferguson picks it up. The shot can't go. Cox with a stutter step. Kick out. Hart along 2. Swish.
She stepped right into that shot.
12-3. Good idea by Danae Cox. She had the whole defense around her. 3 Cavaliers swarmed in on the paint, so you do simple math, someone's going to be open. Ferguson had the lane and made the shot. All 5 points coming off of the bench for the forward. And Courtney Kendrick. He's out to Emily Hart again. Hart off the mark. Rebounded by Kendrick. Cook. Air ball. And Emily Hart finds it again. Danae Cox from downtown. Off the mark again. Emily Hart swatting it away for another offensive board. Rams are dominating in rebounds early on in the first quarter.
It was at about 3 rebounds?
Yeah, 3 rebounds for Emily Hart offensively. Cook, what a head fake. Kick out. Hart for 3. Still off the mark. Rebounded by Courtney Kendrick. Rams have had the ball for an eternity as Danae Cox drives in and draws a foul. With the 3rd foul on Montreat. And the first one on Ariana Williams. Will not be a shooting foul, and new players coming in for Bluefield. Kiera Bell-Lanier, a low post threat for Bluefield, joined by Tiana Scott. So Emily Hart and Sierra Cook will get their first breather of this ball game as Scott feeds into Bell-Lanier. Bell-Lanier, part of those trio of seniors that have made a difference for Bluefield in the last couple of years. Crockett finds Kendrick, wasn't ready, and she walked.
She wasn't ready at all.
Under 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Rams are up by 7. There's DeWalt. High angling dribbles for Sienna Hicks. DeWalt on Bell-Lanier draws a foul. First foul of the game on Bell-Lanier, and the first 2 shots for DeWalt. All 5 points have been scored for Montreat from Rakai Ferguson. Now DeWalt will shoot 2. Standing in at 5'11" from Charlotte. Flicks the wrist. Off the mark. Rams started out red hot in this one, scoring the game's first 9 points. Have yet since then cooled off. And DeWalt misses both. Scott running the point for Bluefield. Kendrick. Scott. Yes! Getting it done from beyond the arc, 15-5. Rams swarming on defense. Long kick out, Williams. Jump stop. And a foul before she passed it off. 3rd foul on Bluefield. Good feed in. Turned around, lost the ball. She should have shot it earlier. Now Sienna Hicks doubting her angle there, and she really looked like she had the best look. Williams, baseline, off the mark again. Rebounded by Danae Cox. Just couldn't get the ball from Roney. 10-point lead for Bluefield. Minute 50 left to go. Bell-Lanier snatched that pass and kicked it back out. Kendrick, step back. Can't hit the long 2. Little over a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. It's been all Bluefield. Montreat struggling offensively. The Rams are really getting it done down low. They've been outboarding Montreat. Just dominant on that end today as Bellineer storms into the lane. No layup there. Williams, jump stop. Foul is called. Rams wanted a tie-up, and you can't really blame them. There'll be a foul called on Crockett, and the 4th team foul on Bluefield. So Williams goes to the line and hits. So that is the first point of this game for Montreat, scored by someone other than Rakai Ferguson, who goes back into the game for Montreat. Williams shoots again. Good. Bit of an unorthodox look there for Williams with that right foot all the way up near the free throw line and her left leg back. 15-7 the score, and now under a minute to play in the first quarter. Emily Hart's back into the game for Bluefield. And an illegal screen called on Bluefield before that pass on Bellineer.
You know, that's a plus for Bluefield today, not letting Ariana have her way today.
Yeah, that's for sure early in the first quarter. Spinning again. No good. That was a great drive from Jayla Daniels. No finish. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Bellineer. Kendrick. Bounces up off the mark. Swatted out of bounds off the hands of Emily Hart. So now the shot clock is off for Montreat to get this ball back. And Roney will run the point. Clock is now down to 15. 3. Good. Leak hits the 3. Now with 7 seconds left. Will the Rams have a shot? Scott has to run the floor. 3 seconds now. Pass it across the timeline. Danae Cox shoots at the buzzer. Off the mark. 15-10. Montreat making it interesting, scoring the last 5 points of the first quarter. Rams are up by 5, 15-10. Second quarter, here we come on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Now we're back here to start out the second quarter. 15-10 is the score. Montreat trying to make it a ball game. And an offensive foul. Danae Cox able to draw another one. Here comes Sierra Cook. Good cut to Turman. Rams are trying that inside-out action more and more. Sierra Cook off a great screen, can't finish with the left hand. Emily Hart opened up the gates for her at the top of the key. Stolen away by Hart. She just snatched that away from Williams. Outlet to Bellinier. Cook's wide open for the triple. Off the mark.
Emily is involved with everything that has to do with a rebound today.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with Emily Hart not really being the size that Corey Mullins can particularly like down low, but she's been jumping, she's been boxing out, she's been able to snatch a couple of offensive rebounds, has 3 from that first quarter, as well as a steal back of the defensive end. It's getting a bit cold offensively, though. Montreat has been able to make it a little bit tougher for them defensively, and then that turns into points from Jayla Daniels. Bellinier. Sarah Cook. Hart swings out. 9 on the shot clock. Bellinier, great feed and a great layup. Inside out, and then Bellinier stormed her way right to the glass. Rams have limited the production of Ariana Williams for Montreat. 8 minutes to go in the half. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Williams has no one to pass it to. Finally does, and Haley Turman volleyballed it to Cook. Emily Hart pulls up, counted off the glass. Rams back up by 7. They've led by as much as 10 in this ball game. Forcing turnovers and creating opportunities to score. DeWalt. Well, the center misses the 3, and it's Bluefield's ball. So Struther comes into the game, Emily Hart onto the bench. All part of our AAC doubleheader, Rams men's basketball taking on Montreat in the second game today. Cavaliers will be ranked 18th in the country. You can stick around here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. As for now, though, Bluefield on a hot start in the second quarter. Entry lob determined. Bellinier, 15-footer is good. 9-point lead for Bluefield. DeWalt, turnaround, rolls it home. Montreat getting a little bit more comfortable on those offensive possessions and throwing it down low. Back out to Nay Cox. 6.5 minutes to play in the first half here. Cox thought about the long 3, now she'll take it. Yes! From way downtown, it's a 10-point game again, 24-14. A good lob to Jayla Daniels. Stepped out of bounds. Haley Turman has been on her like glue in the first half. Substitutes as Katie Dillon comes in for Montreat. As well as Jessica Leak. Tying the largest lead of the game for Bluefield. Turman out to Struther. Cox attacks, floats, just missed off the glass. Leak for 3, rolls away. So an offensive board by Dillon starts a new offensive possession for Montreat. Here's Roney, she'll try from way out. Rims away, finally rebounded by Bellinier. So 2 chances, no points for Montreat on that possession. 5:10 left to go in the first half. Now Struther. 6 on the shot clock. Turman has to find Cook. 3 on the shot clock now. Cox at the buzzer. Yes, ma'am! 27-14. Shot clock winding down, and Danae Cox hit it from way out again. 4.5 to play. Now the second quarter. Roney walked in the right wing. Another turnover for Montreat.
Everything's going down for Montreat right now.
Curtis into the game for the first time. And lay it up after the baseline drive. Four minutes left. Good bounce down low. Ferguson. Elbows. And a foul called on Bluefield with the shot clock winding down. Have to give credit to the Rams, though, for Montreat consistently on most of their possessions having to wear down most of the shot clock. Now Ferguson's going to shoot too. She had 5 in the first quarter. First free throw, nothing but net from Ferguson. Another shot. And another make. So Ferguson has 7 of the 16 for Montreat. After the make, Montreat goes with a full court press. 3:48 left to go in the first half. Cox feeds out to Curtis. Turman. Misses. Almost got the 3 to fall. Instead, a defensive rebound for Williams. An 11-point lead for Bluefield, and it goes down a bit after that. 3's hit by Leak in the corner. That's 5 straight points for Montreat. 8-point game. Cox floats again. Can't hit the layup. Follows her own shot. Goes to the floor. And a tie-up called before she got the pass off to Bellinier. Bluefield won't argue because that keeps them in possession. Emily Hart into the game, 2:56 left to play. Now Bellinier checks out. Score lob to Kendrick. Curtis dribbled the ball off her own foot. Montreat gets it back. Another shot for Ferguson. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Good run from Montreat. Rams were up by 13, and now it's a 6-point game after the 7-0 run. Now back into the game. Rams are up by 6 after being up 27-14. Sierra Cook trying to change that as Kendrick thought about the 3, pulls up from a long 2, can't hit it. Kendrick has yet to hit a shot and this one, and now Curtis trying to force a tie-up instead is called for the foul. So now it goes back to Montreat. 2:05 left to play in the first half. Well, Ferguson has a crazy way of calling for the ball, and it's working for her. Glasses hit the floor after she hit another shot, makes it a 4-point game. 9-point run for Montreat College with 1:50 left to play in the first half. Emily Hart. Shot can almost pop for 3. Hart, baseline, too hard. And hits the floor after she missed her shot. Montreat can make it a 1-possession game here. Another lob to Jayla Daniels, and Bluefield with Emily Hart there made it tough for her. Still a shot that Daniels could have made to make it a 1-possession game. Cox back out to Cook. Kept it alive, almost inches away from being a backcourt violation. 57 seconds left in the first. Cook lays it up and in, and now it's back to a 3-possession game. Could be 2 possessions though, with the Rams only up by 6. 39 seconds left in the first half. Williams to Ferguson. Cox wanted a charge instead.
Nice
Curtis
block.
packs her. Shot clock is off. Now Corey Williams instructing his team to wait for the last shot. 11 seconds, out of 10. Crockett pulls up, good. 31-23, Rams get on a bit of a run. They try to roll the ball. That doesn't matter in the first half. And she shoots from way out. It doesn't go. So that is it for the first half of play. 31-23. Rams up by 8. Montreat got a little hot there at the end of the first half, but now Bluefield is up once again by 8 points. We'll step aside and be right back with a halftime update here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. But as for now, Bluefield leads 31-23. Now welcome back inside of the Dome, everybody, here at halftime between Bluefield and Montreat. Rams got out to a hot start there in the first half, and then Montreat started to fight back a little bit, but Bluefield ended up on the right side of things there at the end of the second quarter, and they lead 31-23 in Israel. What have you seen out of this game so far?
Bailey, I've noticed that Montreat, I don't think they have a plan of how they want to play Bluefield College. I see they're going down low since number 15, Ariana, isn't scoring as much today. So I think that's the plan for them. It looks like it.
All right, those two leading scorers, Ariana Williams only with 2 points, and then Jayla Daniels, the other leading scorer, only with 2 as well, as Jayla Daniels went 1 of 3 from the field. Ariana Williams has yet to attempt a shot. She does have 2 rebounds as well as 1 assist, but really, for Montreat, Rakai Ferguson was leading the way. She has 11 points, 11 of those 23 for Montreat. As for Bluefield, a very balanced attack to start out. No Rams in double figures, but pretty much everybody except for 2 players in Ayanna Struthers as well as Niala Curtis have scored. And Courtney Kendrick really has not scored in this one as well. She's 0 of 3 from the field, but she does have 4 rebounds, and the Rams are out-rebounding Montreat 16-12 and have turned the ball over 4 less times. 8 turnovers for Montreat, including 4 early on for the Cavaliers. Rams only with 4. That being said, though, the Cavaliers were shooting 42% in that first half, especially right there to start or to end the second quarter. And the Rams 13 of 32 from the field, 40.6%, and they have hit 4 threes, 2 of them coming from Danae Cox for Bluefield, who is now in the books with 6 points, and Sierra Cook leading the way for Bluefield with 8, as well as a 3-pointer she attempted early on in the first quarter. She nailed it to start out. So, Israel, if you're Bluefield, what do you have to do to get this win today?
If you're Bluefield, I think you just keep playing how you're playing. It looks like everybody's shooting well today. Everybody has their energy up today, and keep on doing what they're doing.
6 minutes left in this halftime before we see more of Montreat and Bluefield coming up next on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back in, ready to start out the third quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield leads by 8, but here come the Cavaliers. Got off to a bit of a hot streak at the end of the second quarter, but the Rams fought back after Montreat had cut it down to a 4-point game. Ferguson with 11 points, trying to make it 13, and she does right on the first possession. Here comes Sierra Cook, Crockett, Haley Turman, Emily Hart, and Ayanna Struther on the floor. Struther looking for her first point. She won't get it there, but now she'll go to the line for 2. Ferguson with 13 points. She came off of the bench in the first half, and well, head coach for Montreat College, Tim Lewis, was wasting no time to put her back into the game. But meanwhile, Struther converts on her first free throw. Make that the first 2 free throws, 33-25. Rams back up by 8. Ariana Williams, the point guard, has yet to attempt a shot. Rams have locked her down on the perimeter. Jayla Daniels down low is working on Struther, as well as Ferguson. Kick out, 3. Stuffed by the back rim, and a rebound by Struther, immediately fouled by Rakai Ferguson. Second foul of the half called on Montreat. Off a screen, Cook, way too hard. Had the right look there, but just couldn't calibrate the shot. 8:44, third quarter. Ferguson has 15. Rams going up against a good amount of size down low with Jayla Daniels and Ferguson, so that means the shot's going to try to have to fall from way out, but Haley Turman says not yet to that as she hits a layup. Here's Hicks. Spins, no good. Hard on a crossover. 10 on the shot clock for Bluefield. 5 now. Struther goes to the floor. Kick out to Cook. Air ball. Shot clock went off. It was a shot clock violation anyway. 7.5 minutes to go. Probably the best defensive look Montreat has produced so far. Last Saturday, doubleheader of the year for Bluefield. Too short on a 3. Good rebound by Dillon, though. Montreat will start out with a new offensive look again. Here's Cullen. 7 minutes flat in the third quarter. Dillon spins. No good. And Emily Hart got another rebound. Turman can't finish the outlet.
That was a nice look.
And Turman just didn't have the right angle. Speaking of nice looks, what a Euro step from Williams.
Actually, maybe that one was the better.
Almost stolen by Cullen. Emily Hart stayed with the ball. 6:20 left. Cook with 7 on the shot clock. Turman, long 2. Yes, tickles the twine. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Rams lead by 8 again, 37-29 after Turman got it done. Now rolling into the front court, Montreat with a chance to try to cut within this 8-point lead. Rams have been good defensively the entire game. Starting to get a little weak down low, though. DeWalt is the new player to watch out for as Williams pumps a layup, and she's hit her last 2.
Oh, she might be getting hot now.
Cox is into the game for the first time as well. Angles it out to Crockett, had the right look, and there's no doubt that Haley Turman pushed off there. 37-31 is 6-point game. Now Williams is starting to take over the game, and the shot clock has yet to run, so this is our first stoppage of the game thanks to a clock error, and relatively lucky that it happened in the third quarter and not the first 2. So the clock never started in the first place, so they just start out a whole new possession. Taylor Cullen. DeWalt spins off the mark. Bellinier was in her face, and the ball stays in the hands of the Cavaliers. Flings it up in the air. Leak passes around. 5 of the shot clock. Cullen has to make a move. Williams pass in the air, picked up by Crockett. Crockett has no numbers, goes in the lane anyway, and backs her way out. Cox for 3. You bet! Third 3 of the game for Janae Cox, 40-31. And Tim Lewis calls a timeout. Rams are up by 9 with 4:57 left to go in the third quarter. Ready to rock in this one again. Rams up by 9. They have led by as much as 10 in this game. That was back in the first half. So now Montreat on another bit of an offensive skid. We have seen these come and go in this one as Williams feeds down low to DeWalt, and that was one of their best possessions of the third quarter. Lead back now down to 7 points. Good trap. Crockett found her way out. Cox tried, almost got the 3 to go as Sierra Cook will pull up. Rims out, Emily Hart wrestling her way for the offensive board. Cox, another 3. This one was off the mark, a little bit of pressure after she shot. Whistle blows and a foul called on Montreat. That'll be booked on Leak. Slap of the ball here, Sierra Cook. Out to Cox. Hart pivots it back out to Cox. 3:55 left to play third quarter. Cox down to Emily Hart. 9 on the shot clock, finds Crockett. Wasn't the best look, and Crockett just couldn't keep that ball in her hands. Instead, a bad layup ensued, and Montreat catches a break there. Rams are up by 7, 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Courtney Kendrick ready to check into the ball game. Looking for the dish down low, roll through Emily Hart, and Janae Cox was there to pick it up. Hart for 3. Yes!
You go, Emily.
Big three for the junior from Independence, Virginia. A 10-point lead for Bluefield. Ball movement and unselfishness has carried Bluefield so far in this game. 2:55 left to play, third quarter. And a foul called down low on Danae Cox. Whistle blows, substitutes ensue. Jayla Daniels for Montreat, and Courtney Kendrick will likely be matched up with her down low. 43-33. Williams flicks the ball out to Daniels. And instead, Kendrick is matched up with DeWalt. Williams physically pounded in the lane. No foul called as her and Sierra Cook went down for it. Pass down to Bellinier, lobs it back in. Crockett boots it out of bounds. And the ball goes to Montreat. AAC doubleheader here on a Saturday, the last one of the basketball season. Well, this Rams team will be back here on Tuesday to play against Brunel, then Milligan in a doubleheader on Thursday, and then they go on the road to St. Andrews on February 16th. 2:27 left to play. Up in the air, too far for Daniels, another turnover. Tiana Scott comes into the game for Bluefield. .2:15 left in this penultimate quarter of the game. Here comes Danae Cox. Rhodey went to the floor. Cox swings it out to Kendrick. First points of the game for Kendrick. Largest lead of the game for Bluefield, 45-33. Williams loops it up, air ball. Cox flings it down to Kendrick. Now on the outlet, she didn't have the separation that she wanted. And now inside out, Crockett for the triple, yes! 48-33, the sophomore hits the three, and the Rams are up by 15 with 1:34 left in this third quarter. Timeout call by Montreat. We're back into this ball game. Rams lead by 15 points, 48-33, and Courtney Kendrick comes away with another steal. Montreat has been plagued by the turnovers, and the Rams have been making them pay with great ball movement and great shots. And that time, not a good one from Courtney Kendrick as she airballed. And Crockett forced the ball off of Jayla Daniels. If you're Montreat, you can't be excited about that call, but instead, well, for Bluefield, they'll have an inbounds pass with 1:12 left in the third quarter. And to Kiara Bellinier. Great game for Danae Cox in this one. And Scott dribbled the ball off her own foot, swung it back into Bellinier. 6 on the shot clock. Bellinier out to Kendrick. Cox has to make a move, gallops in the lane, and the layup can't go. There was 1 second left on the shot clock, and she was fouled. So now the senior will go to the line to shoot 2 to possibly make this a 17-point game. Rams are eyeing what could be their 13th win of the year and their 12th win in the conference. On a bit of a skid, lost 3 of their last 4 games, and Danae Cox is trying to ensure that will not happen today as she hits that first free throw. Whistle blows, and Mackenzie Starnes checks into the game for the first time for Montreat. Haven't seen anything out of the freshman from Hudson, North Carolina. Danae Cox flicks the second and hits. 49-33 turns to 50-33. Rams are up by 17, their largest lead of the game, with 50 seconds left in the third quarter. After the pass, a foul called on Bluefield. That'll be booked on Crockett. Daniels feeds Roney. Air ball snatched away by Kendrick. Shot clock is still on, about a 9-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Bellinier elbows. And that is an offensive foul. Rams can't be excited about that on the bench, but Bellinier taps her chest and she said that, well, indeed she did foul. 32.4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A roll in to Roney. Top of the key, Starnes. Rebound Cox. Shot clock is off, 19 seconds now. Scott feeds Bellinier. Layup rolls in. 10 seconds left. 19-point lead for the Rams, 52-33. 5 seconds. Can Roney get a shot off to end the third quarter? Pivots, misses, and that's it for the third quarter. Stellar effort for Bluefield in that third quarter, and the Rams have jumped out to a 19-point lead. One more period to play. Bluefield's looking for the sweep against Montreat as they lead 52-33. Back in ready to start this fourth quarter. Rams are up by 19 points. What a surge they had right there to end the third quarter. The Rams have started to dominate into this game as Anae Simmons checks in for the first time. Courtney Kendrick at the left elbow. Scott with 10 on the shot clock. Layup is no good. Tiana Scott hit a 3 in that first half, really got the Rams going, and now she'll go to the free throw line to try to add to that points total. AAC season is coming to a close. Rams have Montreat today, and then Brunel on Tuesday, followed by Milligan Thursday for the final home game of the season, and then next week facing off against St. Andrews down in Laurinburg, North Carolina. Free throw rolls out for Scott. It'll be senior night on Thursday for Bluefield against Milligan. And, of course, that's an extra game that the Rams men's basketball team does not have to play. Brunel, of course, a women's school. As Scott hits the second, makes it 53-33, 20-point lead for Bluefield. Rams trying to qualify for the AAC tournament. Here comes Roney across the timeline. Nine and a half minutes to play. Rocket lost the ball, picked it back up. Nate Simmons trying to hit a shot for the first time in this game. Crockett to the lane. Left-handed layup off the glass. She's fired up as well as the rest of the Bluefield bench. Nothing going for Montreat after a rough first quarter. Roney pulls up. That time it does, though. You could tell that Bluefield really set the tone in this game when it started out. They got the first 9 points to fall, and the first 5 for Montreat all came from Rakai Ferguson, who's not on the floor at the moment. Kendrick lays it up, falls out, followed her shot though. That did not hit the rim, and the shot clock reset. Simmons, yes, and one! All smiles for Bluefield, 57-36. All-out domination for Bluefield. They played them the day after New Year's Day. Down in North Carolina, the Rams won that game by 18. It's a good matchup for Bluefield. Simmons can't complete the old-fashioned three-point play. It pops out. 8 minutes to play in this ball game. Ferguson. And now an and one for Montreat. Jessica Leak goes to the line. No good, rebounded by Simmons. Now Scott will back it out for Bluefield. Large lead for Bluefield, 7.5 minutes to play. Here comes Crockett. Brings it out, shot clock now down at 10. Another foul called on Montreat, and the fouls are starting to roll in the fourth quarter, which has really been a relatively quick game. Well, Israel, it just seems like Bluefield has done everything right today.
Yeah, sometimes teams don't shoot well, but for Bluefield, this is a nice, good game for them today.
Yeah, it really has been. It's been a good effort for Bluefield all around as Scott missed that first free throw. He's got the game started off right. And what was very impressive that we didn't see last week, even though Bluefield ended up getting the win against Reinhardt, was that the Rams got off to a great start without Danae Cox, without Courtney Kendrick, and without Kiera Bellanira all on the floor. Sierra Cook jump-started Bluefield, and then Danae Cox came off of the bench and kept Bluefield going.
Yeah, this was a team effort today, for sure.
Game not over yet as Roney tries to make it interesting. And Kiera Bellanira called for the foul, bumping with Jayla Daniels. Ferguson and one. So we'll count the shot. Officials trying to clarify if they will. The initial signal was that they were going to count it. Scoreboard has yet to change with 7:14 left to play in the fourth quarter. And she hit the shot. So the scoreboard has yet to change, and Ferguson hits or misses the free throw. Rebounded by Kendrick. 7:10 left to go in the game. Rams now lead by 18 points. Crockett. Kendrick. Too hard. Another offensive rebound for Emily Hart. Boy, this is a game she could really talk about for a while because of how many rebounds she has fought to get. Kendrick on Ferguson. Swirls it home. Back to a 20-point game. There's Ariana Williams. Too high on the entry lob. Ferguson. Rams have been trying to draw that charge all game, and Crockett can be bruised up because of it. Hasn't gotten the fall every time, but still has made it tougher for Ferguson to make those shots go. Bounces straight to Ferguson.
As soon as she did it, said my fault.
Roney. Hard collision at the free throw line, and Daniels wins the wrestling match. Whistle blows before the shot was hit. Offensive foul. It goes on Ferguson, and Taylor Sutherland will check into the game. First rep for the dual sport athlete, also plays on the volleyball team. Scott goes up. Yes! On the call it a two. She had her foot on the line, 62-40. Still dialing it up. Simmons. Foul. 5:23 left to go. Free throw, yes. Rams trying to close out 2018-2019 season on a good note. Now on Tuesday, it's going to be a good game, but now has been struggling against the guys as well. Both free throws go. It's a 20-point game, and Montreat tries to go with a full-court press. Get across the timeline with plenty of time. Kendrick loops it out. Simmons for three. Back iron. Rebound Williams. 5 minutes left to play in this ball game. Too short again. Over the back, foul called on Montreat. Monty Watson hasn't played that much, and this one comes in, and the freshman will be called for the foul on the senior. 15th foul on Montreat. Curtis, Shayla Spell, Jamie Vest, as well as Bailey Sheets all checking into the game for Bluefield. 2 shots per Courtney Kendrick coming. Courtney Kendrick ready to shoot 2, 4:49 left to play. Shoots again. This time it goes 63-42. Kendra gets a break. Shayla Spell comes into the game. Bluefield with a dominant lead in this one, bringing out the reserves. Although Jamie Fest has gotten some first-team reps this year, as well as Curtis. We haven't seen that much out of Spell coming out of Wyoming. Bailey Sheets. That was drawn down low. So she pummeled her way into two defenders for Montreat. And another foul called on Kamani Watson. So Bailey Sheets will go to the line, try to score for the first time in this game. 4:19 left to play. Now the freshman, a local product. Barely hit the rim on the first free throw. This time she calibrates and hits. 64-42. Little over 4 minutes left to play. A dangerous lob. Line drive three. There's Houston. Need help on the back end. Vest pickpocketed. Pulls up to Sutherland. Here comes Curtis. Fouled, and she'll go to the line. Here comes Curtis. First shot off the mark. So Bluefield will be within a game of 500. It's her second free throw. Roney pulls up, swirls out. Curtis fought for the rebound in 3.5 minutes to play. Sutherland flared out, looking for it. An air ball for Vest, and Shayla Spell found it again. Short on the three, rebound Sutherland. Rams have numbers. Up to Curtis, pulls up. Yes.
Nice.
Just been that type of day for Bluefield. 69-45, a 24-point lead with 2:45 to play. Montreat just trying to get anything to work as the three from Starnes backed off of that shot clock with under 2.5 minutes to play. Full timeout called, 69-45. Bluefield looking for their 13th win, and they're 2 minutes and 25 seconds away from getting it. back in this one. Montreat is down 69-45. Cullen arcs up a three. It's no good. Trying to swat it back in. Mackenzie starts. She can't do it. So 2 minutes, 16 seconds away from Bluefield's 14th win or 13th win of the year. To get to 13-14. Rams have had the reserves in for the past couple of minutes. Good day all around for Bluefield, though.
All right, this is a good learning experience for the reserves right now playing.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of these reserves in are freshmen like Bailey Sheets and Shayla Spell. Bailey Sheets dribbles straight into a double team, almost lost the ball. Minute 59 left to play. Another bounce in. Shayla Spell can't find the roll. Tipped out. Another chance for Bluefield with a fresh shot clock. Rather, they won't call a change of possession. It did hit off of the rim, so now with 28 seconds left to play in this possession, Rams will basically start out with a fresh shot clock. 1:50 left. Curtis can't find the roll, found her own rebound, and a foul called down low. Couple of shots coming up for Curtis. Sophomore from Waldorf, Maryland, and a transfer from Central Connecticut State. That is a D1 institution as Curtis misses the first free throw. Now 70-45, 25-point lead for Bluefield, an all-out dominant showing in the second half. Rams went into halftime up by 8, but you could smell Montreat trying to come back. But in the third quarter, Rams really extinguished that flame. Out to Roney, 10 on the shot clock. Layup, good. Was out of bounds and over to Montreat. 1:08 to play. Swirls out from Starnes. Rebounded by Vest, now on the floor and kept up by Montreat. Timeout called by the Cavaliers with 55.5 seconds to play. 70-47, Rams dominating. And with under a minute left to play, you have to talk about what this means to Bluefield in the rest of their games this season, Israel, because they play against Bernal in 2 days, or rather 3 days, Milligan and then St. Andrews. This is the right time for Bluefield to get hot right before the conference tournament.
Right. Shooting. Hopefully they keep on shooting and having good percentages in shooting. That's what really gets Bluefield hype, the whole team actually. Yeah,
there was a balanced production from a bunch of players today. And, you know, the Rams had nobody in double figures to start out into halftime. As that ball is stolen away, Rams get it right back. It was just so balanced. Everybody on the floor was really doing it all for Bluefield. Another foul called on Bluefield. And it goes. Well, we got the men's game for you about 20 minutes after the end of this one. That'll be a big one. Bluefield looking for revenge against Montreat, who just won 6 games in a row and then lost to Allen at home. It's the number 18 team in the country. Shot clock still on, about a 3-second difference. Curtis to the rim. Outlet up to Cullen. Shot clock is off. Roney for 3. Off the mark. Possession arrow points with Montreat. Bailey Sheets is trying to get the most out of her reps. Starnes swirls away. Vest pulls down the rebound, and that should be it. Will they try for another shot? No, as Vest curls out. Bluefield with a great second half, a complete game for Bluefield, and they pick up the 72-49 win to improve to 13-14 on the year overall, and 12-11 in the AAC. And the Rams come away with a sweep of Montreat, who fall to 11-15, 10-13 in the conference. And Israel, like you said, just everything worked for Bluefield today, especially on the shooting end.
Yeah, it was a good game. Turning your head which way you see action, turning your head the other way, it was action. Bluefield just shot better than Montreat, and that's what helped them win.
Played defensively better, and that led to offense dominant, or the offense dominating Montreat. So for Israel Penn, my name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score here from the Dome. Rams pick up a big win as they beat Montreat 72-49.